There is pressure mounting on His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to investigate Kennedy Agyapong. Na nini na allegation bia ekoso over $58 million. And I am going to speak on it as to whether President His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and initiative and I say state agencies and they will say taking it up. And the first time Mahama subscribe and click the notification bell so. This latest news be about this video is kindly sponsored by Zent Rent GH. Now, your landlord, now ope bibia posti wo dan na nkrofo ehu no ma ba rentia eno an zentrentgh.com. Ubie application no ewo Google so a obetumi ebie wo Google Chrome. Oya tenant nso na ope bibi parent ya zentrentgh.com Ghana ye diemo ani. Obi biara wotie me bia wefu so. Wo dofo bi, wo ebusuani, oba, o papa, o mame, obi a wonim ne bia nefu so bia no book na that screen so na your friend your action plan for weight loss. Book we betra we nyama miensa na nyama miensa no tumi di so pepepe 1 week pe we be say we fu no be sha say etwe number na that book ne so ne frɛ. There is a link also in the comment box, so click the link ne so a obenya book no in every format you want. Na uni makenkan, don't worry, book no ne video available obetumi afrɛ na tre say yama onsa aka video no ewo WhatsApp so. Now I say pressure on Mahama to investigate Kennedy Agyapong's $58 million kickback. As a private legal practitioner and member of the New Patriotic Party, Hamza Suhini has urged the appropriate state authorities to invite former Asin Central MP Kennedy Agyapong to substantiate his claim that a leading member of the ruling NDC offered his wife a lucrative contract in exchange for kickbacks. And for people who don't understand, I'm saying Kennedy Agyapong ba saying Emma obekan sembebre atiasie yini na yetin semo Kennedy Agyapong di tuja, especially Emra no was attacking MPP. Now, because Kennedy Agyapong was attacking MPP, no, a lot of people lost some, damning allegations via Omeki. Now, those damning allegations, no, as some kind of say Nansenya NDC are buying. Now, that was when Kennedy Agyapong was talking about the Agenda 111. Say Agenda 111, no. The entire MPP into me and say na omoje 10% bribe ewechi. Oye no ka se Nansenya NDC are buying so buy no. NDC ni bi yese or man a year contract. But contract no or yese or je 10%. Not just say a kickback and I say a bribe. Inti no na NDC communicator. Wo ye your friend no Hamza Suhini kasa. Say asem we a Kennedy Agyapong wake e was here funny serious. Any kwansi ye fan say Kennedy Agyapong no ne interview no mainly na or attack MPP ntino. Asem no yenda so dabi. I was say ye fa asem ni serious. Na no de be ye bia ye be investigation bia was ye. And I'm going to let you understand why I support what Hamza Suhini is saying. I say Agyapong recently alleged that during the NDC's previous administration, an individual approached his wife with a contract reportedly worth between $55 million and $58 million and demanded a 7% advance payment as a kickback. Also, the former member of parliament, a New Patriotic Party presidential aspirant, however, failed to identify the ministry involved, the alleged official who made the offer, or even the wife consent, especially having publicly stated on numerous occasions that he is polygamous. Among his known spouses are Christiane Agyapong, popularly known as Christy, and Stella Wilson Agyapong. Neither was mentioned in his allegation, nor did he provide details of the purported contracts. Responding to the claim during a panel discussion on TV3's New Day program on 22nd June 2026, Suhini stressed the need for accountability, particularly in light of the government's stated commitment to fighting corruption. I say, I expect those mandated to enforce our laws to invite Kennedy Agyapong to substantiate these allegations. I am particularly interested in the claim that a leading member of the ruling NDC made such an offer to his wife. We need to know the truth because this is a government that has vowed to deal decisively with corruption. Since assuming office, President Mahama has demonstrated fidelity to and commitment towards that promise. If there is any substance to these allegations, then the public deserves to know, he said. Suhini also referenced Agyapong's broader comments regarding the country's political parties. Oseken also makes the point that for the NDC and the NPP, we are all the same. He says he is concerned about the future of the youth of this country, and that is a fair point. If this country is indeed moving in the direction we believe it is under the current administration, then I think that effort is yielding results, he stated. He further suggested that Agyapong may have sought to draw the NDC into the controversy to deflect criticism from members of his own party. I say those political leaders who allegedly made such an offer should be exposed. I say, however, I can assure you that he dragged the National Democratic Congress into the matter when he realized he had said too much about the NPP. He knew members of the NPP would come after him, which is why he attempted that form of equalization. You cannot simply make such claims without evidence, Suhini said. Intino, utie Suhini nsemu awaka, ose ono di ojidi se, Kennedy Agyapong ebo NPP echi. Na senia obo NPP echi no, NPP for beba abonti aba beka se, onze Kennedy Agyapong nankasa na eya na omo supporte Bawumia no. Eya na omu tumika se wo Kennedy Agyapong ne kra no, Mahama na abo ne pa, eni NDC na abo ne pa, eni NDC a planting wo NPP mu se on say NPP, right? Eya na nkrofo kasa. Inti Suhini nsemu wakane se utie Kennedy Agyapong nsemu a okana. Ase onimse nkrofo bekasa se NDC na abo ne pa. Enu hunti washeda ena wayeden or the NDC ayeden aka asem ne ho. That is what Suhini is alleging. Inti ono di osusu se Kennedy Agyapong asem no de NDC de no evidence bi eni ho. You see, one thing about Kennedy Agyapong we was nkrofo ti ase ne se, and as to whether it is good or not, there are certain people in this country, whatever they say, they don't need to bring proof, but it carries weight. And Kennedy Agyapong is one of those people. And that is exactly how Kennedy Agyapong, or they say, announce din ewo man we mu. Kennedy Agyapong has used that style. Edia say asofu bebre din ewo man we mu. All he has to do is to say it. Now the reason why, and I was say NDC, state security agencies, need to Africa Kennedy Agyapong a year investigation was same way and they say people might think say any big deal, but it is just a matter of time. Embre bi beba enkrofo be gina so e de aka asem atre say Kennedy Agyapong cry NDC any bribery and corruption yes. Inti at this point Kennedy Agyapong can say same way na be a special prosecutor and whatever agency, you know, Everton sa friend say yate say o say bribery say ni my evidence can sem no review the person. Inti I no say Kennedy Agyapong ko no ankwa tra na sa state agency na baba e dia baba tudwa ama Ghana fo hu say well Kennedy Agyapong sem a wo kan no wentumi amfa evidence bi amba na Ghana fo hu say ya settle asem no on that point. But it looks like, you know, the NDC is also enjoying from it because when Kennedy Agyapong said whatever he said, it causes some commotion in the NPP. And the NDC is not looking at that side yet. Okay? In just one person different issue. But I support what Suhini is saying, and I think that is what NDC should be doing. You know? I'll say Suhini's remarks came ahead of comments by renowned legal practitioner Tachichi Kata, who cautioned President Mahama's appointees against measuring governance success solely by performing marginally better than previous administrations. He warned that such an approach breeds complacency and undermines effective leadership. I mean, and then I've said that already. But I think, as NDC, we should be pragmatic, you know. So you see, issues like this, we shouldn't allow them to, we shouldn't allow them to um, go unattended, right? I mean, just for the want of a better expression. So I support Suhini.